my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and for this episode, I will be bringing you some of the best headshots, in my opinion, of the ladies from the 74th Miss Universe happening this November. So please make sure you stick around. Please subscribe to the channel as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Hey guys, I hope that you're doing well. I know you're quite surprised because we don't really have a lot of time in between. And on Sunday, we're going to meet each other to talk about Miss Universe and of course to talk about Miss Grand. But that's gonna be for a different episode altogether. I wanted to focus on the headshots because today, Friday, doesn't matter what day because it's gonna pass anyway. I'm just saying that today they released the headshots, and I think that this is a good opportunity for us to get to know some of the ladies who will be competing at the 74th edition of Miss Universe. So treat this as a primer. I know we can talk about this on Sunday, but of course on Sunday that's gonna be just chika. You won't have the visuals. That's why I'm trying to squeeze in this short episode for you so that you could get to know some of the strong girls from the competition just based on their headshots. Of course, there will be 130 girls that are expected to compete at the 74th edition of Miss Universe happening in Thailand this November. So there's gonna be a lot of them. All of the photos haven't been updated on the app, the Miss Universe app. So yeah, this is just based on the first batch of photos that were uploaded. So first off, there will of course be voting involved. In fact, if you're trying to download the Miss Universe app, the regular Miss Universe app, you probably won't get to really see it because they partnered with a new company. It's called Zetrix. That's Zetrix. I'm going to flash the information for you. So if you're having difficulties in downloading, you can definitely see it from this app. Now, as of right now, they just uploaded the first batch of photos. They haven't really hooked up the voting platform yet, so that will come in very soon. What I'm just saying is that I am all for supporting voting platforms. In fact, even here in the Philippines, Miss Universe Philippines has also partnered with Playtime. So you might get to see me do some promotion on this because yeah, I want to get that spot. Like, I know at first you just wanted to compete at this competition, this edition for Miss Universe, but no. Today, I want to win that 5th crown. So anyway, let me give you my choices for the best headshots, or at least the headshots that I resonated with. And it's going to be in alphabetical order, of course, except for our very own Philippines, which will come in later on. So let's start because like I said, it's not going to be such a long episode today. So yes, I'm going to start with Miss Chile. Now, of course, she's one of the established heavy favorites in the competition. She is called Ina Mall or Ina Mall, or I don't know. Depende sa hugot. It's up to you how you pronounce her name. But Ina, I thought that she looked absolutely angelic. She's a very different Miss Chile altogether because, you know, she's blonde and she has that white energy around her. But I really, really liked her headshot because it kind of reminds me of American actress from that movie some time back called American Beauty, and that actress was Mina Suvari. So I think they have that same angelic thing going on. My next pick is, of course, the uber-polished Miss Colombia. We, of course, know her. She is Vanessa Pulgarin. She looks like a proper Colombian starter pack. Now, if you know, you know. I think that she was really very polished in her presentation, and it really shows. She knows her angles. Everything about this photo is just so polished to perfection. Next, I want to give a shout out to Miss Costa Rica. Her name is Myla Roth. I thought that she had a very pleasant, very pretty face going on. I love that she has doe eyes, but then they added her lashes just at the very end so that it flicks out. I think that it had a very pixie fairy quality to her. So she's definitely someone I will watch out for. My next pick is someone who can sell makeup, honestly. She is Miss Guadalupe. Her name is Ophelie Mezzino. And I just really liken her whole look to Doja Cat and Doja Cat's MAC Cosmetics endorsement. I think that this is a face and an afro that could sell a lot of products. My next pick is Miss Indonesia. Her name is Sanli Liu. If you look at her, there's really nothing like super mind blowing about the photo. So everything has to do with her beauty. This is a calm beauty. I like the treatment of like her styling because I think that it's very current. It's a type of styling that would work for any actress probably of her generation or any influencer. It does have that vibe. Next, one of the most interesting candidates this edition is, of course, Miss Palestine. Her name is Nadine Ayub. She is, of course, well known to us as a former elemental queen for Miss Earth, and everybody knows her as the Lana Del Rey of pageantry. The face is faultless. Of course, the hair is waved to perfection. So yeah, if she continues in this direction, I think that she has a very distinct trademark and she can use this all the way in the competition. Anyway, a lot of us know her. She already has a name recall and she already got to establish herself as one of the face girls in this competition. My next pick is Miss Panama. Her name is Mirna Cabalini. I really thought that it was a risky move to pose in such a position, but I liked how the pose really complemented her features and really showcased her face shape as well as that sharp jawline. Next, I would love to add Miss Peru in this roster. Her name is Carla Basigulapo. I don't know if I'm butchering her name. I am very sorry. But I absolutely loved her headshot as well because it was closely cropped. And what you get to see is something that is striking within her. She really utilized her ace card, which is, of course, her absolutely stunning, striking blue eyes. Next, I would love to add Miss Portugal here. She is Camila Vitorino. First of all, the name itself is very old money. If you look at her headshot, she gives off old money as well. And I remember putting it in my notes that because she has that old money air to her, she kind of reminds me of a Samantha Lowe. I'm going to flash a photo of Samantha Lowe so that you can see the comparison. And then my next pick is, of course, another powerhouse candidate. She is Miss Puerto Rico. Her name is Zashley Alicea. Again, I don't know if I'm butchering her name. I apologize. I feel that this is a photo that screams pro, because all she really has to do is just stand there and smize, and she really banked on her feline eyes, which really reminds me of Stacey Gabrielle. So she does have that effortless smize look. And then, of course, the one to beat this competition, the one that we get to measure ourselves against, definitely, we have Vina Pravinar of Thailand. Now, she is the one who was just a little made up, and she was the one who really looked fierce. So it was a choice, you guys. I know that, we with Atisa competing, I know that there are talks. I know that the talks of support has now transformed into talks of, dismissing the other girl. I mean, I'm just saying that her photo is a stark difference from the photo that we presented, but I'm just saying that it was a choice, and this is something that really works for her features. I know that she's a little made up, but this was an intentional direction on their part. So I think that this also works because had she gone a little natural with her look, I'm sure there will be never ending talks of comparing the two. So I'm glad that she went for something that was a little made up, a little bronzed, a little contoured, a little more snatched, because it was just a great distinction of what this face can do and what this face can achieve. So yeah, peak ng peak si Ateng, hayaan natin siya. Now, I want to go to Venezuela, of course. I think that this list wouldn't be complete without a Venezuelan. And Miss Venezuela, her name is Stephanie Abasali, has been one of the girls we've been looking at from time to time. She is undergoing a transformation right now that's more natural, that's more youthful. So when they sent this headshot, I think she was more done when they sent this. But nevertheless, it's still gave us old Hollywood. Like, this is the type of beauty that I resonate with. I always tell you about my preference for the types of beauty that's more inclined towards Elizabeth Taylor, Hedy Lamarr, Vivian Lee. So this one is giving Dita Von Teese with all of her alabaster skin, her raven hair, and her aquiline nose. I think that again, this screams classic beauty. So there are 130 girls. I'm sure we're missing a lot more. I hope that we'd still have time to discuss the other girls for you. But yeah, for now, these are the ones who are standing out for me. And so I want to turn your attention to our very own Atisa Manalo, because when I saw this photo this afternoon, I was really pleasantly surprised, and I was really happy at seeing this photo, because one of the things that was so striking for me was the showcase of being more natural. I think that this year, this is our battle cry. I am sure, of course, that Atisa over the years has undergone some minor enhancements, whether these are surgical or non-surgical. But I like that she has like a really more natural look. I think that this is something that we talk about in detail. So I'm glad that she looks a little more snatched, but she's not overly done. If you line up all of my favorite photos or all of my favorite headshots, hers is more on the organic side. Of course, there's like makeup in there to enhance her features, but I like that, she's not sucked in. I like that there's still roundness and there's softness in the way that she was presented. If you compare her photo to Miss Universe Philippines, which is pretty much a close comparison of the direction they went for. Her Miss Universe Philippines photo was just a little more angelic. It had a little more of that rosy pop. Her hair was a little more done at Miss Universe Philippines, and of course, she had jewelry on. It was also ethereal, but I'm glad that they stripped off everything for her Miss Universe photo shoot. And I think what is more striking, and a lot of people have been talking about this because, of course, one of the major sponsors is Jewelmer, was that she lacked bling. I remember getting called out on Titas of Pageantry because I said that her look pretty much is the look of Heart Evangelista, post political drama or post political scandal, because of the lack of bling bling. I mean, if your sponsor is a major jewelry company and you go out there for your Miss Universe headshot without the jewelry, with just your natural beauty, I mean, it's a subtle change, but it's a really loud change, and I really like this direction. I hope that we can continue with this youthfulness, with this freshness, because it's such a great canvas for Atisa. If she goes by this direction, she could definitely play more with her emotion. She could definitely play more with her facial expression. So I do have high hopes. I know that what happened with Emma is something that could really push Atisa and her team to go into a streamlined direction, but really go for the drama when there is a need for drama. So for now, I might be biased because I'm Filipino, but out of all of the headshots at Miss Universe, Atisa's is my favorite, only because she manages to look put together without being way too done. And I've said this so many times, so many of you have observed this, so many of you have been vocal about being happy that she's going towards a more natural route. So there you have it, folks. I hope that this gives you a little more of an idea on who to root for, because I have committed to giving you 23 days of nonstop coverage at Miss Universe for our yearly panata. So I think that this is going to be very exciting for us. I know that when it comes to wardrobe, people get to toy and play with our feelings, and I'm willing to take that risk. Like being in a new relationship, I am willing to go through everything, all the hurt, all the drama, and all the triumphs. So I am really hoping and rooting for Atisa, because I think that this headshot is a really good sign that she's fighting, she knows what we want. And yeah, kudos to the team. Kudos to Seven Barreto, who came up with this beautiful portrait. So I will be seeing you in a few hours, because yeah, it's gonna be Sunday again. So for now, I hope that you enjoy this. If I missed some of the girls, yeah, comment below on who your favorites are. For now, thank you. Goodbye.